Welcome to Vitality Daily Dose. Did you know that walking is not only good for your heart, but also one of the easiest ways to burn belly fat? Are you walking for exercise but hardly seeing results? You are not alone. Most people think that walking is too slow to burn excess fat. But that is only true if you are walking the wrong way. What if you could walk the same distance and burn excess fat 2 or even 3 times more? No extra miles needed. No fancy equipment required. No gym membership necessary.
In today's video, we will share Dr. Blake Livingood's article on 8 walking tips to help you quickly shed belly fat. Easy to apply.
Anyone can do it! These 8 walking tips for quickly burning belly fat are designed to flip the switch on fat burning without adding any extra difficulty to your routine. Here are the top 8 walking tips to help you burn excess fat 3 times more, proving that walking is the king of fat loss when done correctly. Let's get started.
You think walking is too slow to burn fat? It's only true if you're walking the wrong way. These 8 walking hacks flip your body into fat-burning mode without adding time, cost, or effort. They're fast, they're simple, and they're made for people over 40 who want results. The final one can even burn more fat than jogging while building muscle, protecting your knees all at the same time. That one you're not going to want to miss. Okay, let's start with one that you might have heard of before. It's simple, but almost no one actually does it. And that's walking for 2 minutes just right after you eat. That's it. No speed walking, no fancy routine. Stand up and start moving within 30 minutes of finishing your meal. Now, why does this work? Because the moment you eat, the blood sugar begins to go up. And the higher it spikes, the more insulin your body releases, locking your body into fat storage mode. Studies show that walking as little as 2 to 5 minutes right after a meal can reduce that blood sugar spike by up to 30%. That means fewer cravings, better digestion, and more stable energy. And of course, less fat storage. And that's just from walking after you eat. Now, walk before breakfast. Let's talk about what happens when you walk before your first bite of the day. When you wake up, your body is in a fasted state. That means insulin is very low. Blood sugar is stable, and your body is primed to burn fat for fuel. But the no is primed to burn fat for fuel. But the moment you eat, insulin rises, and the fat-burning window starts to close. So instead of heading straight to the fridge, head out for a walk. Just 10 to 20 minutes at a steady, comfortable pace is plenty. Not only does this burn up to 20% more fat than walking after a meal, it also increases growth hormone levels by as much as 300%, which helps preserve muscle while you're losing fat. And if you do it outside, you get even more benefits. Morning light resets your circadian rhythm. So that helps to improve sleep, and it helps regulate hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin for the entire rest of the day. Then once your body's in fat-burning mode, the next step is to ramp it up. It's not by walking interval walking method longer, but by walking smarter. Interval walking is one of the most effective ways to increase fat burn without adding time to your walk. Here's how it works. Alternate short bursts of faster walking with periods of slower recovery. One of the most studied versions is called the 3x3 method. Walk fast for 3 minutes, then slow down and recover for 3 minutes. And then repeat for a total of 30 minutes, and you're done. In one study, overweight participants who used that method lost significantly more weight and more body fat over 16 weeks than those who walked at a very steady pace. Despite walking the same total time, radically different results, they also saw greater improvements to their V2 max, their oxygen output, their blood pressure, their insulin sensitivity compared to those that the steady walking. 3 minutes feels like too much. Start smaller. Go for 1 minute. Recover for 2, and then work your way up. What makes the difference is the change in pace. Because when your heart rate goes up and then down, your body responds by raising its baseline metabolism. Even after the walk is over, you get an afterburn effect, and it can keep fat burning for up to 48 hours. And to take that afterburn even further, you don't need to go faster. You just need to add hills or incline to go uphill. Walking on an incline is one of the simplest ways to double your fat burn without walking a single step further. A mild uphill, just 5 to 10% grade, activates more muscles in your glutes, hamstrings, and your calves, which means higher energy demand with every step that you take. In fact, a 5% incline can increase calorie burn by over 50%, and a 10% incline can more than double it.
Nice.
Here's the surprising part. Even though it feels harder, walking uphill actually reduces stress on the knees because it shifts the load to your hips and to your core more. So, that makes this option actually safer for older people with joint issues, not riskier. Now, this next hack might sound simple, but it's the foundation that makes every other hack work better. It's called Zone 2, and it's the fat-burning sweet spot. This is the pace where your body burns the highest percentage of fat for fuel without dipping into sugar and without stressing the system. There's a simple way to find it. It's called the talk test. Nurse Lig and I go on walks all the time, and we hold and maintain this pace. If you can speak in full sentences but can't sing a full song lyric, then you're in the zone. Staying right there trains your body to get better at burning fat, so you've got a little bit of breathing going on, but not too much. It boosts the enzymes that are responsible for fat metabolism by up to 30%, and it builds up your mitochondria. So over time, walking in Zone 2 improves insulin sensitivity, increases cardio endurance, and it speeds up recovery between workouts or longer walks.
Ow.
So use it as your baseline for every other hack in this video, because when you stay in Zone 2, everything else causes you to lose weight faster. Walk in nature. Nature does more than feel good. It actually lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that's responsible for telling your body to store fat, especially around your belly and midsection. In fact, in one study, just 15 minutes in a green space dropped cortisol levels by 14%, and it lowered resting heart rate by 3 beats a minute. That's without changing the pace, the distance, the time. You get the same number of steps, but with a hormonal shift that makes it easier to lose fat and control cravings. Plus, nature walks can also improve sleep quality, sharpen your focus, boost your mood, all of which help you stay consistent over time. So once or twice a week, trade your sidewalk or your treadmill for a park or a trail, or even a tree-lined street will do. You don't gotta drive to the mountains, just look for green spaces around you. That's where step tracking comes in. Setting a daily step goal gives your brain something to aim for. When you see your progress, you're far more likely to stick with it until you can really develop this habit into your life. In fact, studies show that simple tracking of your steps can increase your daily movement by over 3,000 steps. That is about 1.5 miles more a day, because you have a target just from paying attention to your daily total. How do you do it? Doesn't need to be complicated. You could get a cheap pedometer, or if you have a smartwatch. Start by tracking your current average for 3 days, and then aim to beat it by 500 to 1,000 steps. That little target taps into your natural reward system. It builds the habit day after day, 1% at a time, 1% at a time, 1% at a time, making it easier over time to stick with it. And all it means is walking with a little bit of weight. Here's how to do it. Throw on a backpack with 5 to 10% of your body weight, 5 pounds to 10 pounds, 20 pounds extra in the back. You can use water bottles, canned foods, whatever you got, and then go for your normal walk. Same pace, same route, no extra time needed. But now that added load forces your muscles to work harder, your heart rate climbs. Your calorie burn jumps by over 50%. And it doesn't just burn more fat. Rucking also strengthens your legs, core, and your posture muscles. You could try to shift it to your front so your body is more upright as a little hack for your posture. If the weight can sit on the front of your chest, it's going to be better for rounded shoulders. And even better, it can improve your bone density over time, which is especially important for people over 50 who are higher at risk for osteoporosis. So, just getting started? Start light. A backpack with a couple water bottles in it. You really get to feel what it's like to be carrying an extra 3 or 5 or 10 pounds on your... Focus on standing tall. Keep your core engaged. Keep good posture. No forward head posture. That's the rule. And then from there, you can start to slowly increase the weight or increase the time as your body starts to adapt. More burn, more strength, same walk. That's how you multiply results without adding effort. Image. Dr. Blake Livengood sharing on stage with the audience applauding below.
You just finished watching the article by Dr. Blake Living, an orthopedic surgeon and licensed naturopathic doctor in North Carolina. The article shares 8 walking tips to quickly reduce belly fat, which are 1. Walk correctly after eating. 2. Walk before breakfast. 3. Intermittent walking method. 4. Add incline or uphill walking. 5. Burn fat in the abdominal area. 6. Walk in nature. 7. Track your steps. 8. Long distance walking technique.
Are you ready to transform your daily walk into the most effective fat-burning habit you have? Which half will you try first?
Walking is not only easy to do, but also extremely effective when you know how to utilize it properly. Try applying these 8 walking hacks, and you will be amazed at how your waist becomes slimmer. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to receive more health tips every day. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.